Credit bureaus, a.k.a. credit reporting companies, a.k.a. the credit people. They're so hard to pin down, right? What do you really know about these perplexing organizations other than that's where I get my credit report? Yep, that seems to be the consensus. Real talk, there's no smoke and mirrors, no deep dark conspiracy when it comes to credit bureaus. In fact, after this episode, you'll know 5 secrets about them I'm betting you didn't know before. So let's venture where few have dared venture before, inside the credit bureaus. Debunk mode activated. I'm Jonathan, and this is Elevate PrimeTime. First, a word of wisdom. When you clear up the fog surrounding something like credit bureaus, you become more aware of how they fit into the big picture. Then they become a lot less intimidating. Understanding can lead to confidence, and confidence can lead to action, which is why we do these videos. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of them. Okay, let's create some new brain wrinkles starting now. 5 things you may not know about credit bureaus. First thing, there are more than 3. You probably know about the big 3, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, but there are more, lots more. In fact, a credit bureau is any company that gathers and sells credit data on a consumer, which is quite a boatload. But why is that important to know? Because not every credit bureau was created equal. Some specialize in bank account information, others on less traditional lending products. There's even one that nerds out on bounced checks. The point is, there's more information out there about you than just what you see on a credit report from one of the big 3. The second thing you may not know about a credit bureau is that they care about accuracy. They really do. Maybe you've heard a story or a statistic about how many people have errors on their credit report. And it's no wonder people believe that credit bureaus just don't care whether your information is correct. But that's not true. Accuracy is incredibly important to them. Think of it this way. If you downloaded an app that tracks sporting events, you wouldn't find it very useful if 10% or even 5% of the scores were wrong. And in the same way that you wouldn't use that janky app, lenders wouldn't go to a credit bureau if they had inaccurate data. The lenders rely on credit bureaus for accurate data so they can decide whether to lend people money. That's key. Continuing to the third secret about credit bureaus. Errors on your credit report usually aren't the credit bureau's fault. Most people think that all errors on a credit report are because of the credit bureau. But that's not really true. If there's something wrong on one of your accounts, it's usually because of the provider, a.k.a. the lender, sent inaccurate data to the credit bureau. You also may not know that the most common errors on a credit report include identity errors, or an account status being incorrect, or account balance errors. Now, some of these can be the bureau's fault, and so are sometimes the easiest errors to fix. It can also be really frustrating if the errors are there even after you think you've fixed them. But take a deep breath, because the good news is you can fix the errors you find. In fact, I've done a video or 2 about that, and I'll include the link to those videos in the description below. The fourth fact about credit bureaus is that the data the credit bureaus have on you might have details about your life and finances, but the data isn't yours. The credit bureau owns it. You don't. So you don't have unlimited rights to the data. However, there are laws around how you can access, review, dispute, and remove the data they have about you. Those rules also regulate how the credit bureaus compile and sell the data. They also provide you with ways to restrict how the bureaus use the data about you. Bureaus can't provide the data to anyone without a permissible purpose, a standard established by law. I've done a video about your credit report rights. You can find the link in the description below. The fifth and final thing you should know about credit bureaus: in most circumstances, you're not the credit bureau's customer. In other words, lenders are the customer, and they buy your data to make decisions on whether or not to lend you money. So if you aren't the customer, who are you? In a way, you're a third-party beneficiary. Because of the automation, standardization, and easy comparability of everyone's data, more people can access credit, which is a good thing. These are just 5 things many people don't know about credit bureaus, but there's a lot more to know. Armed with this information, however, you can navigate the road to better credit and understand what credit bureaus can and cannot do for you and why. If you're interested in learning more about credit bureaus, credit scores, and improving your financial resilience, pop over to elevate.com for additional articles, videos, and more. Also, be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. Thanks for joining me. I'm Jonathan with Elevate PrimeTime.